Flight 229, you're clear for takeoff.
Hey folks, Maverick Watch Reviews back here with another review for you. Today we have the Citizen ProMaster 300 meter solar quartz diver, model number BN0085-01E. And as usual, we'll open it up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the build quality, and then I'll give you my overall impressions what is now kind of a legendary mid-range Citizen diver. But first, I would like to invite you to become a patron of mine on Patreon. This will allow me to buy a better camera, better editing software, and give you a new watch review at least 2 or 3 times a week. Make sure you check out my Patreon page when you get a chance. My only commitment level is $3, but you can always give more or less, $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever you can spare every month would be really appreciated. Here you go, Citizen Watch Box. Let's take this thing out. And of course you have the normal stuff in here. You got your instruction manual. And you have got your little bit of, this is actually technically your registration card right there. So there you go. All right, put that back. Take the watch out of the box here. Now this watch has been around for quite some time now. And there are quite a few reviews of it out there, but I like to do my own thing. Just because other people have reviewed a watch doesn't mean I can't review it too. So I'd like to give you my take on this thing. Here we go. Let's bring in the new digital calipers. Bam. So let's look at the case. Case we're looking at, let me see here. You're looking about, see if I can get this right. Let me grab this thing different here. Actually, I can't, here we go. Ah, it's got this one little section. It's kind of hard to get around here. There we go. So you're looking at about 50. Okay, that's with the crown. So take off 3 millimeters. You're looking at about a 47 millimeter case. You're looking at 14 millimeters thick, lug to lug. You're looking at, what does that say? Ah, crap. I screwed that one up. Let's try it again. There we go. 50 lug to lug. And let's check out the bracelet, or sorry, the strap. Strap, you're looking at 22. And does this one taper a little bit? I think it does. It tapers down to 19. There you go. All right, so there are the main measurements. Now, of course, we'll put all the other stuff up on the left-hand side of the screen. You're looking at 300 meters water resistant, which is 990 feet. It does have a mineral crystal. I wish it had a sapphire, but it doesn't. It has the E168 movement inside. You're looking at about a 10-month power reserve. That's kind of the norm now for these solar movements. You're looking at about 10 months. Some of the satellite waves from Citizen, those can go a couple years. Of course, they're a lot more expensive. You're looking at a date function over there at 3 o'clock with a nice little white bezel around it. It has a really nice cobalt blue lume, and I'll show you that later. And it also has a screw down crown over here at 3 o'clock as well, and we'll talk more about that later. Now over here, you're wondering, I bet you a lot of guys know what this is for. It's actually for nothing, and I'll explain it to you here in just a second. Really good looking watch, just a real simple clean dial. It kind of has that starburst dial. It's kind of like an etching in there. It's not your normal starburst type of dial. It's kind of like an etching on the actual dial itself. Really cool. Now what this watch is, this is actually the bare bones version of the Citizen chronograph diver, which is BJ2110-01E. And if you notice, this is where the depth sensor would be on that watch. Now, of course, that is a chronograph. It's got multiple different dials, a depth sensor, and some other stuff. But they're using the same case for this watch, minus the depth sensor and, of course, the other functions. So if this watch looks familiar, that's why. And actually, let me put a picture of that up on the left-hand side so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, that's the BJ2110-01E. And that watch and this watch use the exact same case. So there you go. I do like the big, really big indexes. They've got tons of lume inside of them. I like the shape of them. I like the size of them. A really, really highly polished case. You really only have brush finishes on the lugs themselves, but the rest of the case is really, really highly polished. I wish they had maybe done something with this instead of just putting like a black filler piece in there. I know it's probably a cost-saving measure on Citizen's part, but everybody that knows about Citizen ProMaster watches, especially that chronograph I just showed you, knows this is where the depth sensor would have gone. So it's kind of like when you buy a car and all the buttons don't have a function, like all the switches, like they have a couple blank switches. This is kind of like, I feel they've done the same thing with this watch. So anyway, not a big deal. Getting back to the dial, I like the couple of little blue accents there at, it looks like 9, 6, and 3, as well as that blue second hand. Really, really nice looking. The bezel has an incredibly tight feel to it. There is, and I think I've said this 2 or 3 times before, but this time I really mean it. There is no play in this bezel at all. Absolutely none. Really, really nice. And of course, it lines up perfectly with the 12 o'clock. That little 12 o'clock index, that little blue marker is right between the 6 and the 0. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Decent sized date function. Really, really nice. You can actually see it without having to squint at it too bad, which is really cool. The crown, rock solid crown. Citizen is really good with their crowns, man. Really, really nice signed crown. You've got some crown guards kind of built into the case. And it doesn't make it too hard to unscrew it or screw it back in with, unlike some watches. Really nice crown pop. You just push it in. You can really feel when it catches. And boom, you're screwed back in. Man, I love that crown. Really, really nice crown. Again, more polished sides over here. It's a really highly polished watch. It's almost more dressy than Tool for me. So anyway, let's take a look at the strap. This strap is crazy, crazy supple. Really, really nice strap. I've always preferred Citizen's straps over just about any other manufacturer out there. I don't know what I'm assuming it's silicone or some sort of silicone rubber combination. Really, really soft right out of the box. There's no breaking in period. These straps feel incredible. Big signed buckle there with the Citizen logo. You can see right there. I'm sorry, with the ProMaster logo. There you go. Really, really nice, man. Let's go ahead and try this thing on real quick. I love putting these watches on. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna need some alone time here in a second. Man, it just feels so good. Gosh, and I know it has the double keepers because this can fit over a wetsuit. It's a pretty big strap. So that's why you have the, I don't know if I can contort my wrist here. That's why you have two keepers right here. Oh man, that feels so good. Man, I'm gonna need a cigarette after this. Really, really, really good feeling watch. Feels fantastic on the wrist. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wish a lot of other manufacturers would use this style of strap. No matter what the price of the watch, it's just worth it because these watches feel so good on the wrist. There you go. All right, let's take this thing off. Let's go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's get a Lume shot here. All right, let's go ahead and zap this thing for a good 20 or 30 seconds. Let's test out this Lume. Another maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds, I guess. Let's take a look here. All right. There you go. That famous Citizen Cobalt Blue Lume. Now notice that only the 60-minute mark has Lume on the bezel. That's kind of cool. I actually like that. So you're actually getting 2 different Lumes. You're getting the Cobalt Blue on the indexes and then the green on the hands. That's really nice. I like that. Nice Lume, man. It's not going to last as long as Seiko's. I know I've probably said that a million times too, but I like this color better than the Seiko green. I like the Citizen Cobalt Blue or teal color better than than Seiko. But this just doesn't last as long as a Seiko Lume does. So is that really a big deal? Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, there you go. So you can get these over at Amazon for $175. Again, they've been around for a while. It's just a real popular watch. They're selling a ton of them. So you really can't blame them for them keeping, I'm trying to say this right. You can't blame them for them keeping producing this watch. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Anyway, let's look at the case back here. Typical Citizen case back, just laser etched, get all your basic information on it. There you go. Nothing spectacular. Again, like I said, you really can't blame them for them, keep on making this watch. I can't say that for some reason. Anyway, but they're making this for a while. They're probably going to make it for a little while longer. It's just a really popular watch, and I don't blame them. So anyway, that's really about it. Of course, I'll include a link to this in the description field, to get it over on Amazon. Again, $175 on Amazon if you want to pick one of these up. And again, if you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I would definitely appreciate this. I've got a ton of new stuff coming up here pretty soon. Some watches that haven't been released yet in the United States, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to be available or not. But they haven't been released yet, and I've got a little in with some people, and those are going to be coming up real soon. And until then, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.